Comfy Heart ASMR. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Comfy Heart ASMR. I decided to do a relaxing video with you guys and read our spring issue of Magnolia Journal. So I will be doing that. I have some floral pins, these pretty flowers. I have this one and this little tiny one. I will be using these pins to either write, circle, or just point while I'm reading to you. I will be reading some articles out of here, and I will also be sipping some tea. For this tea, I have the Yogi brand, the sweet tangerine positive energy, and a little quote that came with it, a little affirmation, says, "Use your head to live with heart." So I will keep that for today. I have a little flower here, little fake flower, and my little light show, just to have some nice little spring ambiance. I hope you all had a great weekend and that you did something good for yourself, something to give you some relaxation, and you are enjoying our spring weather. So let's get started. I do try to get this magazine. She releases it every season instead of like weekly. I love this magazine. It's always filled with positivity, and I love the home decor that Joanna Gaines has in here. She gives some home decor tips, some recipes, some positivity, and just different interesting articles that coincide with the season. This is the Magnolia. And the theme, every magazine, she has a theme. So making space for the good and lasting moments. The good and lasting moments. I already love this beautiful dress she has on. It's so like bohemian and nice and flowy with a nice pretty floral design with pinks and blues and cream. I love that dress. And I also love this tablescape. I love the flowers, the fruit. We got some grapes, grapefruit, pears. These look like scones. Some nice drinks. I would love to sit out wherever the scenery is in the background. I would love to sit out here and have a nice picnic, a party. I think this is a beautiful location for that. So it says, this season set the table for spring. At home, grow your own herbs. In the kitchen, brunch, bowls, and pistachios. I love pistachios. And the theme also is balance. So let's get started. Open this up. myself some room here. I'm in the theme of flowers and florals, spring today. So I put on my spring bracelet. Yeah, so she has a collection too. I don't know if some of you buy anything from her collection at Target. Hearth in Hand with Magnolia. She always has beautiful pieces. Like, I love this little tray to put your little appetizers down on if you have guests, or if you just want a nice little pretty display for yourself if you're at home. And I love these flowers. This is a very pretty living room. I love the stained glass design on the windows. That is very different, very pretty. And this beautiful plant. This is a close-up from the cover with all those beautiful flowers. The pears, grapes, grapefruit. I'm not really a big fan of grapefruit. I know it's really good for you, but I just don't like the taste of it. And in every magazine, she does a letter from the editor. It says, "Nature isn't linear, and I'm reminded of this every year as my anticipation for full-fledged spring grows. Woven throughout the first few months of every year are sporadic rain showers, the occasional warm front, a stray bud that blooms before the others. Eventually, yes, there will be a day when spring is in full, glorious display, but it never happens overnight or in one fell swoop, and rarely equally. Yet I have expected the same of myself, to flourish on every side, in every way, all at once. I used to think that's what balance was, not just holding all my commitments and responsibilities simultaneously and equally, but holding them all perfectly. In the spring, I'd chomp at the bit to pursue all the dreams and goals that had bubbled up in winter's quiet. But eventually, I'd run out of steam, feeling stretched thin. When a new passion or need popped up, I found I had no space left in my arms. This season, I'm redefining what balance means to me. I'm not looking for the gratification that comes with my ability to hold everything in my life and hope that nothing drops. Instead, I'm seeking harmony among all that I'm carrying. I'm giving myself permission to actually let some things drop if it means I get to hold other things even closer. That might look like not saying yes to everything, but saying yes to only a few very good things. However you seek balance this season, I want this issue to feel like permission to change your mind or let a new idea take root. So their theme for this year, for this season, is balance. BALANCE. And this is their take on the season's theme. The traditional definition of balance is an even distribution of weight on each side of a vertical axis, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady. Magnolia's definition of balance is the intersection of pressure and trust, and finding peace within the tension of things. As we carry two things, the tension builds, holding us up in the dance of our days. I love that. A season for pistachios. I love pistachios. Oh wow, pistachio cake. Affogato with pistachio ice cream. Ooh, that sounds fancy. And cream puffs with pistachio filling. That really looks good. Ooh, pistachio pavlova. I've never had that before. Lemon bars with pistachio crust. Ooh. And pistachio shortbread cookies. This all looks very, very yummy. This looks good too, with blueberries and blackberries on top. I actually wouldn't mind making the lemon bars. The lemon bars or even the shortbread cookies. I know shortbread cookies aren't too hard to make. I've never made lemon bars, but I do enjoy them. I think that the cream puffs, the affogato, and the cake are a little ambitious. I don't know. I guess the affogato says it only takes 5 minutes to prep it. Maybe it's not as bad. Oh, city explorers, cuisine lovers, and memory makers. This is all in Greenville, South Carolina. I've never been there either. The Wonder Club. So Crew is, I believe this is Crew. This is Joanna and Chip Gaines's youngest son. It says, Crew and his friends set out for an adventure inspired by my new children's book, The World Needs the Wonder You See. Oh, I didn't know that she made a children's book. But that's pretty cool. We promised to follow where they led, watch closely, and glean all we could about how to live more curiously. The Wonder Club's Honor Code. Look up. Always keep your eyes peeled for anything extraordinary. Lean in. Don't be afraid to get a closer look at something that catches your eye. Bend low. The best view often means getting on your hands and knees. You won't believe what you see. And reach for new heights. Stay curious about making new discoveries. One thing we know for sure is that wonder is never in short supply. I think that's a great honor code for even adults. We should always keep our sense of wonder and curiosity. Ready, set, Georgia. Explore Georgia. I have relatives that live in Georgia. I've only been once. It was very warm. And I went as a kid, so I don't remember too much, but I'm sure it's beautiful things to see in Georgia. Just even this view is beautiful. Let me know if we have any friends that are in Georgia on this channel. Rooted and romantic. A thoughtful renovation grounded in natural materials strikes a balance between old and new in this 1890s folk Victorian. Ooh. I love this floral arrangement. These beautiful flowers with, looks like pinks, deep purples, maybe even fuchsia, and a little bit of yellow. It ties in with these floral pleated curtains. I do enjoy seeing old Victorian homes. They're definitely beautiful. This one looks like that. If it is a Victorian home, they definitely modernized it with the kitchen. It says colorful curation. This dusty pink hutch displays homeowner Tiffany Liddell's vintage glassware and her grandmother's candlesticks. That is a pretty dusty pink. And natural details. Beams on the 10-foot high ceilings added by designer Whitney Walker to create visual interest lend a farmhouse vibe. 10-foot high ceilings. Wow. Oh, definitely a beautiful home. Even the wallpaper. I don't really like too busy of wallpaper, but this looks really pretty. It ties in for the bathroom. glad bags. We got here a little card. We want to get a subscription. Have the little card. Set that to the side. This is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Spring ahead on Murrells Inlet. That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I would love to visit some of these places. Ooh. Sun, day, slow down. Laid back ideas to encourage you to pause. Remember that feeling of recess? We'd pour out the back doors, racing to find an open swing, a kickball, a favorite friend. In those bright moments, we were given freedom, and it helped set us up for the desk work and efforts ahead of us. Maybe we still need a recess. It just looks a bit different now. Maybe it's every Sunday or a day that works best for you, and that sense of renewal comes from sitting in a quiet corner with a beautiful novel, or taking a slow walk through the city, or stargazing from the back of a truck with friends. Maybe it looks like doing something thoughtful for someone else so they can take a breath too. But just like it was before, it's a set-apart time, a space held for things that slow us down and stir our hearts, a deliberate shift, because when we set aside this time, it tends to make the rest of the week lighter and brighter. We aren't dragging forward, we're upright and filled. Try setting aside one day a week or part of a day, taking it slow on your own or with others. Give recess a shot again and head for that open back door. I love that. I would definitely be taking that advice. It is nice to just take at least one day for yourself out the week to relax and unwind. Life can often feel pressing and demand much of us, but if we hold one day a week for things that give us life, we'll be better set for what's ahead. I love that. Love that. And this was definitely a good little reminder. That I would definitely come back to and read again. Ooh. This says, take your time. Take note of ideas on this list that sound delightful to you, the ones that would feel restful or even energizing, because sometimes you need both. Dedicate your one day to life-giving activities only and save the rest for another. Ooh, so these are some nice ideas. Trim some fresh branches and create a tabletop arrangement for dinner. Watch a movie you loved as a child, maybe two. I've actually done this recently. I have watched some nostalgic movies from when I was like a teenager. The Hot Chick, that was so funny. I used to love that movie when I was younger. And I also watched Hitch with my husband. That is a nice throwback with Will Smith and Kevin James. That movie is so funny. So yeah, I definitely recommend that too. Visit a local farm and wander around. Move your body differently. Go rock climbing, running, or paddleboarding. I don't know. I would be terrified to do rock climbing. So I don't know. I'll probably skip that and probably paddleboarding. Clear off the table and do a puzzle. Read chapters of an old favorite book. I like the idea of these two. Take a long, no alarm nap. I actually just recently did this. I was not feeling too good, so I definitely needed that. Pull a chair into the sun and journal or read poetry or a coffee table book. Deliver fresh donuts in the morning to a neighbor or fire station. Go to the water, a creek, an ocean, a river. Explore. Write a letter, stamp it, and walk it to the mailbox. Spend a full afternoon outside, raking, planting, and break a good sweat. I actually cannot wait to do this. I'll start to get things sorted out outside for the spring and clean up my little mini rose garden. Pull out weeds and stuff. Turn on an album and organize a space. Find blank paper and sketch something. Invite friends over to play card games. That's a good one. Use your hands. Paper mache bowl, build a birdhouse, or pick flowers. Make coffee in a new way. French press, cowboy, stovetop, and share it. Mow the grass if you have some. Offer to mow someone else's. Host a simple potluck so others can slow down too. That's a good one too. Yeah. I like the tabletop arrangement. I don't know if I would do the branches. I would probably do like branches and some flowers mixed in too. That is actually a good idea. So I love that. And this is to the Explorers of Kansas. That's also really pretty scenery. Nice water, nature. Ooh, deviled eggs with delightful twists. A good egg. the nook. A whole page of different deviled eggs. I've never seen this kind before. Beet pickled deviled eggs. Wow. I would just like it just to see the pretty pink. Fried deviled eggs, everything bagel, asparagus, prosciutto, deviled eggs. Wow. Street corn, deviled eggs, that's different. And curry. Inspiration for life and home. What's growing in Joe's garden? The beauty in planting something new. A spring spotlight. I love these beautiful, I think these are roses. Very beautiful. Close your eyes and think of a place that anchors you. Think of a spot that quiets distractions and puts you at ease. A space you know will leave you better than you were before. For me, that place has always been the garden, especially in the morning. If I wake up feeling hurried or anxious, the fresh air settles me. If I feel sluggish or unmotivated, the movement of all the life taking place stirs me awake. I think I'm influenced in this way because the garden is a place of evolution. It is always changing, always the perfect metaphor for life unfolding, especially when I'm willing to encourage variation in what I'm planting season over season. Oh, beautiful, beautiful flowers. Such a big garden. I wouldn't even know where to start to manage a garden like this by myself. More blooms from my spring garden. Anemones, sweet peas, weeping cherry tree, wild aster, scabiosa, linaria, lavender, gorgeous flowers. Bird's eye view. Bird watchers have eyed the skies for centuries, and there's a reason this hobby has stuck around. Looking out for our flying friends is a practice in slowing down, looking up, and paying attention to all the life singing and fluttering around us. We think this ritual is worthwhile, so we put out our eagle eye and rounded up birdhouses and feeders that can brighten any yard. These cozy nooks offer our neighbors a new place to land, and it doesn't hurt that they're pretty to look at too. I definitely, every year we put out our birdhouse. We have I think we have 2 birdhouses. And we have our bird feeder, and I love to watch the birds in our neighborhood. These are definitely some really pretty bird houses and bird feeders. I love to hear them sing, especially when spring really fully comes around, spring and summer. Every morning, if you just sit out there, you can hear them singing and just talking to each other, and so beautiful. Worthy of display. This is almost always how it goes. When I get home, Crew runs towards me with a twinkle in his eye, and he slips something in my hand. Most of the time, it's something he's found or made. A stone, a clover, a handwritten note. They're little markers in his story of his growing mind and curiosity. Little proofs of this life we're exploring together. I didn't always think to actually display things like this when I was a young mom. For years, I just tucked them away in a box somewhere and maybe pulled them out to look at every once in a while. But now I treasure these items and can't wait to see them out because I want our home to tell a story, our story, and to see glimpses of it everywhere. In recent years, I've started collecting display cases to house little mementos found or given along the way. An acorn Crew picked up on a walk, or brass trinkets from antiquing with my little sister. But I also love to use these cases as places to house fresh inspiration, like a living, breathing mood board. It's a way I can tangibly usher in a new season and pull together pieces to set the tone for what I want the season to look and feel like. Maybe a pattern I'm drawn to, or a poem that really resonates. That's a great idea, actually, to collect different things and put them like in a shadow box or a little display to hang up. Or even a trinket box. I guess even with this little box, we can do a quick little I spy. So I spy with my little eye right in this box, a wine cork. See if you guys can find it. Imperfectly balanced. We all want to know that we've given our time, our resources, our thoughts, and our beating hearts to the good and lasting moments. This is a note from Joanna. And a note from Chip. Perfectly unbalanced. That kind of thinking can nurture a way of living that places comfort above fortitude, apathy above adventure. Peace becomes the prize for only those careful enough with their life. I love that illustration too, of her walking tightrope, her walking the rope and him hanging off of it. Ooh, I love this little field of wildflowers. They will tell you to grab as many flowers as you can, to favor the idea of more above all else. Yet it's only when we stand open-handed and let the petals fly where they may that we grasp the beauty. This moment is enough. I love that. I love that quote. The beautiful wildflowers with the sun setting down. A nice golden hour. Savor a spring brunch. I love this with the embroidered flower on it. It's napkin. Nope. Another subscription card. Ooh, mini Parmesan chive muffins. I might actually try to make that. That sounds good. They look good too. These look really good. Artichoke soup. I've never had artichoke soup. I do like artichokes, but I've never had it in a soup form. Caramelized onion frittata. That really sounds good. That and the asparagus and pickled radish salad. These definitely look so refreshing and yummy. Not just for spring, but for summer. Summer too, that would be really nice to have. Orange cream cheese frosting. An orange cream cake. Kumquat and thyme sparkler. That looks refreshing too. Coconut water, ginger, tangerine, sparkling water, or ginger ale. An artful revival. Charming original details and an eclectic art collection set the tone for a warm, whimsical renovation of this 1938 home in Los Angeles. This is a really different planter. I've never seen a planter look like that. It's very artsy and beautiful. This says, there's a not too seriousness to our home that I do not take for granted. The homeowner is Kelly Robertson. There's that beautiful stained glass again. I love that design in the window. You have to pause and listen to what the space wants to be, and it will unfold itself to you. Wow, that's a different, I've never seen those designs on a fireplace too. That's definitely different. Wow, that wallpaper for the bathroom. Even this small sink. I've never seen a sink so tiny. I love that in this mirror. Grow your own way. Savor the just picked satisfaction of growing your own herbs from spring through frost. It doesn't take much time or effort to grow a beautiful crop of fresh herbs at home. Small plants from a garden shop develop quickly And if you want to grow any from seed, try dill or basil. They'll be fit for picking within just a few weeks of sowing. All herbs thrive outside in sunny spots with regular watering. In return, they reward you with invigorating fragrances and flavors. You'll save a little by avoiding grocery store priced herbs, but the real payoff is the pleasure and convenience of growing your own. We're sharing info on 12 varieties, plus tips to help you learn how to care for your favorites or expand your palette and try something new. All you need are pots, plants, or seeds, fresh potting soil, and a pair of snippers to harvest herbs by the handful. This is something that I definitely like to do during the spring and summer, is have a little herb garden for cooking. I usually like basil, thyme, oregano, even mint, lemongrass. And that's what we have here. All these different kinds. Chives, dill, mint, lavender, cilantro and coriander, lemongrass, sage, oregano. I love herbs too. Not only are they useful, but they're also beautiful too. When you have them in pots, I usually place them around my porch, and they're beautiful to look at, just as beautiful as the flowers. And they always smell so good. Parsley, rosemary, basil, and thyme. How to dry and preserve your herbs. Strip the leaves from the lower part of cut stems of rosemary, lavender, or sage, and use twine or rubber bands to make loose bundles. Hang them in a cool, dry place. Spread clippings of thyme, oregano, dill, cilantro, mint, chives, parsley, or basil on a screen to dry. Allow plenty of room for air to circulate around the herbs. When they are dry, store herbs in jars with labels in a relatively cool, dark place. That is a great tip. Set for spring. Seasonally styled place settings for your next gathering. Oh, I love this. Seasonal feminine heirloom. This is beautiful. I love that. And the pink, that dusty pink again. That's even pretty too with the blue flowers. BALANCINGACT. Balancing act. How to adjust the dials of design to create spaces that feel just right. Oh, I love this. I don't know if this is a sunroom or if this is just someone's like living room with that beautiful view right there. Their backyard, that is gorgeous. I love that scenery. And this kitchen is pretty nice too. Oh, I do love that. One of their tips is less is more, but I don't know. I think that I'm more of a, not an extreme maximalist, but I love to have things. I like to put a lot of things on display, so I'm definitely not a minimalist. So I don't go by that motto. Less is more. More is more, in my opinion. Build your own bowl. All these look so fresh and yummy. That looks really, really good. Ooh, all of these do. Fresh greens, chicken skewers and quinoa, sweet and spicy, peanut sauce. Ooh, loaded burger bowl. I've never heard of that. That actually looks good. I definitely might come back to this page, get some recipe ideas, create some bowls. The loaded burger. I like the sweet and spicy. The chicken skewers and the fresh greens. And then I got the recipes here. The Magnolia Manifesto. We believe in home, that it should restore us from today and ready us for tomorrow. We believe in friendship, because friends who feel like family are the best kind of friends, that nothing matters more than family. We believe in seeking the balance between hustle and rest, and learning to find contentment in both. We believe everyone deserves a seat at the table, and everyone has a story worth telling. We believe in human kindness, knowing we are made better when we all work together. We believe in courage, and cartwheeling past our comfort zones and trying something a little bit scary every day. We believe that failure needn't be a negative thing. Rather, we learn from our mistakes and fail smarter next time. We believe in doing good work that matters, and in choosing that, nudging others toward doing the same. We believe that newer isn't always better, and that it's time for the pendulum of trend to swing back to the basics. We believe in unearthing beauty, however hidden or subtle it might be. We believe that each day is a gift, and that everyday miracles are scattered about if only we have eyes to see. And of all heroic pursuits, large or small, we believe there may be none greater than a life well loved. I love that. And I love these flowers too. Thank you so much, friends. We made it through the whole magazine. I hope that you found this to be relaxing. I know it was definitely relaxing for me. And I hope that this put you in the spirit of spring just a little bit more. I hope wherever you are, there are some bright, beautiful days. And even if there are a lot of rainy days, still find the joy and renewal for spring. Anything that you want to start now, this is the best time to do it. Spring always represents new beginnings. I hope that you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day, a great week ahead, and you keep love and positivity in your hearts. Make sure that you take care of yourself this week and that you are kind to yourself and to others. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Click your notification bell to be alerted when I post new videos. And if you would like another way to support my channel, donations are always welcomed and greatly appreciated. I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or night. Bye.